Hello, welcome back to our Japanese 1890 campaign, Rise of the Dragon. We have just set into motion some upgrades for our corvettes, some new battleship designs. That's going to be about 3 years into the future. They're not going to play any role in our current situation that we have brewing here with the world powers going to war. So, with that in mind, we have to remember that if we do jump into this war at any point, we won't have access to our really modern battleships, but we will have these destroyers and cruisers. Now, whether we can effectively wage a war in Asia with just cruisers and destroyers is a whole different question. So, something I was thinking about while I was uploading the previous part is what if we tried to rebuild the Ackies to at least give them new engines? So that would take a year, and there's not really a whole lot else we could do to upgrade these quickly and cheaply, which is the main goal here. The Ackies, they're going to be obsolete in 3 years as soon as well, they're obsolete now, really, but they're going to be obsolete pretty quick once our new battleships are finished. So we have to try to do this as cheaply as we can and as quickly as we can. So we could get these up to 21 knots. We could throw a director for the secondary guns on there. Increase elevation for the main guns. And that's probably enough. We could even slap on some AA guns. But our main goal is here just to get these done within a year. And if we get these done within a year, I would feel a lot more confident about getting into a fight. Because we would be leaning on these things. And if they're, 18 or 19 speed with old guns, we can put two generations old fire controls. Now we'd go into debt for a year, uh, like a pretty decent debt, but I think it's worth it, and we have the funds. That's why we've been saving up. We've been saving up for a situation like this. So this is probably good, a good decision. It's a temporary measure to keep us competitive, well, somewhat competitive at least, if we have to go to war. And it's like the quickest solution that we have to being able to defend ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to upgrade these. Yep. And it puts us into some debt. We're going to go ahead and are all of our destroyers built? They are. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into division. Oh shoot, which ones did we want to so it's 9 and 10 for the carriers. So 9 and 10. And then we're going to take 5 more. We're just going to do 5 at a time. We're running out of destroyer divisions to place these into. All right. Can we do even more than that? We can. All right, we're just squeezing them into whatever division they'll fit into. Okay, there we go. That's all of our destroyers assigned. How many do we have in total? We have 61. It's pretty good. We have the biggest destroyer tonnage out of everyone, but that's our thing. Our thing is destroyers. So that makes perfect sense. And so we've completed light carriers. We have one that's converted. We're just waiting on the technology to finish so we can build a couple of real carriers. And that we won't be able to build those real carriers for a few years anyway because of our battleship program, which is fine. It gives us time to, uh, oh no, another Chinese rebellion. France and Germany. Yep, everyone's ganging up on Germany. Mozambique? No, we're not interested in um, Africa right now. Okay, okay. France? Why are you being such a jerk, France? So the Germans lost a destroyer. Oh, wow. Britain lost the Illustrious. That was that big battle cruiser that we were looking at. The French lost a light cruiser, a destroyer. Germany lost a light cruiser, two light cruisers. Okay. Well, that battle cruiser was one of the things we were really afraid of. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. All right. So this research we wanted to check out here. Yes, we're gonna lower this to medium. We got this technology in the last episode, and I meant to go and look at it, but I just sort of forgot about it because I think our invasion range is fine for now. I mean, there's no way we can reach all the way out to midway here. And look how big this circle is up here. 70. I wonder if your base size affects how big that circle goes. Because look how big these circles are. That's an interesting idea. If we had the money, we could start working on upgrading this just to see if it makes the circle bigger or not. That's something that I really want to check out. So in time, when we have some extra money. All right, so we got a new fighter design. Well, an upgrade. More speed, more range, better everything. Yes, please. This is a naval patrol craft privately built. That's pretty good. It's not as tough or as maneuverable as anything else, but it's not meant to be. It's a patrol craft. It's got speed, it's got range. Yes, please. Okay, Germans lost another destroyer. Britain lost a few destroyers. Germany lost another destroyer. France lost some destroyers. I mean, they're holding their own. I wonder how close Italy is to jumping in. Not very. Although Spain is close to getting involved. Spain wouldn't really help Germany very much. Germany's really getting ganged up on here. They need the help of Italy. Well, if Spain jumps in, that'll at least give them a little bit of a distraction. They can contribute. Well, I mean, they can contribute some battleships and stuff. So, I mean, they could they could get lucky in a few battles. All right, still waiting on all this stuff to rebuild. Okay, we could build Nelson class. The rebellion continues in Shanghai. We stole advanced penetrator alloys. That's a AP tech. Let's see here. Germany lost a light cruiser. Britain lost some destroyers. They're just trading, just swapping destroyers back and forth. Okay. Engine horsepower requirements are lower. Oh boy, the British lost another battleship. How many do they have? I mean, they have 17 still, so they're just fine. Germany has 10. We have effectively zero. I mean, we have our Ackies, but let's be honest, they're not going to do anything. Oh, we stole the Russian. We don't have. Oh, we have medium spies on Russia. We stole their guns. Don't mind if I do. All right. One thing I wanted to look at was our air groups for our air bases. So we have patrol craft, torpedo bombers. Let's auto add. I didn't mean to do that. Let's let's disband that. Disband that. Then we'll auto add aircraft. There we go. Now we get what we want. And once we get medium bombers, we'll just go ahead and auto assign those, or I don't know what we'll do. We'll throw them in there somehow. Alrighty. Fascist coup is taking coup. I said coup. Uh, well, don't get too mad at me. Obama made the same mistake when he called it the Marine. Sorry, had to clear my throat there. Obama called it the Marine Corp. So no, we're gonna avoid foreign entanglements right now. We really don't want to get ganged up on by the whole world. We're gonna raise some tensions. Our unrest level is starting to really go up. We need to look for a way to lower our budget if we can. That'd be a crappy way to end everything, especially considering how well we're doing right now. And with tensions so high, I don't see. They really crushed the rebels. The French lost a battle cruiser. Tension so high, I don't see many opportunities to lower our budget. All right. Now that we're close to rebuilding those battleships, I want to start this base upgrade. It's going to be 3 years, but hopefully by that time I'll remember to look down here and see, how big the circle is, and then see what it looks like after it finishes. Do we want to be mad? We'll give up a prestige to not pick a fight with Britain right now, considering how it's allied with everyone. Okay. Oh boy, look at that. The French lost a carrier. All right, so we're 39 prestige, and we did go down by one. The French lost a carrier. That was their only carrier. Would you look at that? There it is. So that was. Oh, how can that be an actual carrier, not a light carrier? It's a CV. Look at it. But it only holds 19 aircraft. That doesn't make any sense. I am very confused. Yeah, I mean, how is that marked as an actual carrier? Very strange. All right, so we've finished the reconstruction of our battleships. All right, this is the Russian battle cruiser. It's fast, 30 knots, 14-inch guns, uh, respectable armor, 8.5-inch belt. At least they put armor on their turrets. Yeah, I mean it's another threat. So let's go ahead and rebuild these while we can. At least we managed to get the battleships rebuilt before we're really even close to getting dragged into a war. I mean, I would be hesitant. Yes, we're going for a lower budget. Thank you. I would be hesitant to jump into even if I don't know, even if Italy and Spain got involved, I'd be hesitant to jump into a war with Britain and France combined and the U.S. Okay. That was supposed to lower unrest, but it did not. We'll see. No, 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 no. So this thing's being rebuilt. It's a fairly new design, 1913. That's good. Um, yeah, just a lot of destroyers are being sunk on both sides. I think Germany has sunk more capital ships than they've managed to sink for Germany. So we're still rebuilding, still constructing things. We're going to be in a deficit for a while. Um, we do we really want to? I mean, we want Java for ourselves, but we don't seem to jump in and just grab these territories down here like we should. No, France is allied with Britain and the U.S. Like we're gonna just swallow our pride and let them take it. All right, the Germans have lost a battleship and a battle cruiser and a destroyer. That wasn't a good engagement for them, that's for sure. I wonder if we need ships stationed elsewhere. Like, I wonder if we need ships down here in order to like provoke. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and move some ships to Southeast Asia. So we'll send our battleships down there because that's what we need for a war if it happens. We'll send 3 divisions of light cruisers. We'll send both of our carriers. Actually, we'll send some of these light cruisers back, and we'll take these divisions of light cruisers instead. And we'll grab all of those destroyers and send them over as well, and those corvettes. So that'll give us a nice force down here in Southeast Asia. Save the game, and let's get rid of these things as well. Okay, here we go. Nah, we're not we're not taking a side here. This is a chance to lower budget again and hopefully lower tension because unrest is still going up. Or, let's see, a new naval patrol craft. It's similar to the one that we bought already, except the range. Oh yeah, it's improved in many ways. So the speed is the same, but it gets another 15 miles of range, and it gets some like airframe upgrades essentially. Yes, we want medium bombers. So we want reliability first and speed. We want them to be able to get there. All right. Yep, we are in the red on our budget. and our unrest is still going up. There it goes. It's starting to go down now. All right. Well, there's a price to be paid for everything. We may, we might not have to delay our battleships at all. There we go. That'll help. So minus 5,047. Yeah, that gave us another 500 resources per month. Um, you know what? We'll sell it to the Russians because we are short on money right now. Actually, you know what? No, they're advanced. They're behind us in technology, so the longer we can keep them behind us, the better. Even if it means delaying one of our battleships for a month, we need to be spiteful with Russia. I mean, you almost always gain tension with this, no matter what. So we may as well go for the prestige. We didn't get any prestige. All right, how's the almanac looking? Yep, are we still at war with each other? French lost a battle cruiser. The British lost a battle cruiser. I mean, Germany is holding its own. Considering they were fighting a 3 versus 1 war, they are holding their own. We've already seen this. Okay. Just another small engagement. I don't look too closely at the, like, somebody lost a. Oh, there we go. The war is over. We managed to get through the war without getting dragged into anything. So we want speed for our medium bombers. That's speed and range. It won't have firepower, but it's a bomber. It's not supposed to have firepower. Yeah, we'll take that one. Um, yeah, we'll sell our torpedo bombers to China. It'll help our aircraft industry. I don't know what that does. Let's see, 393, 890 didn't change our budget at all. So we'll just see. Maybe it gave us some funds. I wasn't paying attention to the funds. I was paying attention to the yearly budget. Double guns on destroyers, depth charge throwers. Yep, we're gonna develop a new torpedo bomber because our old one is old. We're gonna go for speed and range. Uh-oh. Tensions with the UK are going up. Don't know why. Random changes, and our wealth and power makes them resent us. Come on, they're still ahead of us in pretty much every conceivable way. We stole super heavy shells from Germany. And how's our construction looking? We're getting close to having our tangos in action. That's exciting. That's going to be really exciting. Alrighty. Yep, this is we sell to anyone who wants to buy, or is that just it's just a budget change. It's not like a resources change where it's like there's like a resources in the background where it's like that 29. It doesn't increase that, it just increases the budget. And we don't want to increase our budget right now because it'll mess with our unrest. So We'll avoid stoking the fires for now. Yeah, we don't. Our main constraint right now is the unrest. So, um, this is what their light carriers look like. 31 aircraft, 28 knots. It's fairly standard. China, stop that. No swiping. Alrighty. Our monthly balance is still off kilter for at least another 7 months. So that's probably about 24,000 off of our funds. We're probably going to be around 100,000 by the time these two tangos are finished. Yep. So this is the one that increases the resources. So like we have 29,990 versus 30. So 20, 200. It increased it by 200 base. Very cool. If we could get one of those every couple months, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? We're not going to be constricted by anything. Not with our battleships this close to being finished. So a new torpedo bomber just leaps and bounds ahead. This has good range and good speed. What's the downside to it? Typically, when it's better all around, it has some downsides. So I guess the maneuverability is lower on it. That's fine though. Oh, our medium bomber can take a lot of punishment. Let's see here. Medium bomber. So it has 8 toughness. It must have gained a toughness point or something. All right. Well, let's manage our air groups. We're going to disband like this. I know that messes with the experience. They're going to go from veteran to like bad, but what we can do is we can auto add aircraft. And that gives us a whole new set of everything. I'm going to change roll medium bomber. There we go. So we're going to copy. And I'm going to paste that. I know we're going from veteran to air crews. And that's not great. Yeah, veteran down to poor. But we're getting basically the set that we want. Like this is the aircraft set that we want for this. It just saves a bunch of clicks. I don't want to fiddle around with it. Italy, yeah, Italy has been kind of cool with us, and we'll take some extra money. They're not a threat to us. Italy is just chill with everyone, it seems. Well, we can do 16-inch guns. Our battleships are nearly finished. Germans have gone fascist. Does that surprise anyone? This is the 1920s. All right, here we go. Our first. Yeah, let's gain a prestige and try to lower tensions, hopefully with Britain. New float plane scout. We're gonna go speed and range. All right, yeah, we lost a little bit of tension with Britain, and we gained a prestige. I really like that decision, where you can lower tensions and gain some prestige. That is one of my favorites. It just, it seems like there's no downside. 18 submarines. Boy, the problem is that we risk our unrest going up again. I mean, I'm okay with building some more submarines. I mean, I'm fine. I would do this if I wasn't afraid of our unrest. So yeah, I'm okay with building subs, especially since we have some budget to play with now. So they want 9. We'll build 10. How do our long range? Let's look at our reliability. So it looks like our regular submarines are probably not that great. So let's do, yeah, 85 versus 70. So we'll do 10 of those. It'll take 16 months. We'll do 15 of those. All right, cool. That way, everybody gets what they want. Nice compromise. All right, so the Ackies are going to go into Division 2, and our Tangos will be taking Division 1. They are flagships. Uh, yeah, let's kiss Russia's butt a little bit to avoid making them mad. Dual purpose guns for destroyers. All right, very cool. All right, Division 1, ready to go. 10 15-inch guns, 26 speed. Let's compare these with a Great Britain design. So they're building the Victorious class, which seems to be their new design. So let's see what the Victorious looks like. So they have 10 15-inch guns, which is what we have. They go 23 knots, so we're faster. 14 5-inch guns. We have 16 5-inch guns. They have 13.5-inch belt, which I think is probably thicker than ours, but that's all they have. Again, Britain is going for these designs where they're not putting armor on anything except for the belt. These Jupiters, or what are they called? The Victorious. That seems it's so all in. Like they're just going to get they can't take a hit to anywhere except the belt. Like they have no deck armor. Like getting hit in their superstructure and stuff. They're taking splinters everywhere, and it's just going to go straight through. I mean, if they want to keep building these, they are welcome to do so. I wonder about what does anything else look like? Like these are smaller battleships for the most part. I wonder what the U.S. is building. North Dakota. Now that's probably going to be a thing. It's 39,400 tons, which is about the size of ours. So we'll see what the North Dakotas look like when they get finished, how ours compare. They should be contemporary to ours. And they're already finishing the first one up this year. So we'll see what they got. Alrighty. Well, hang on, let's check out Russia real quick. That is our main adversary here. So they're building I don't know how to pronounce that. The Imperiatia Maria. 33,000 tons. And they're only building one of them. I mean, I would be willing to go to war with Russia right now against battleships like this. We're faster, we got bigger guns, they have no armor. Huh. Hang on, this must be a display bug or something. Do none of these have Oh, does maybe it just doesn't tell me. Maybe they have belt armor, but it just doesn't tell me. So let's look at their sunk ships. Like maybe it'll give us more details. The illustrious 11-inch belt, 14-inch belt. Yeah, it just must. Maybe it just doesn't tell me about the rest of their armor profile. Maybe I don't have enough information. Yeah, that has to be it, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so it only tells me the belt details. Okay, that makes more sense. I was going to say that these British ships with armor only on belt don't make sense, but it seems to be something going on here. Like I'm not getting the full picture. Fair enough. All right, we have nothing under construction, and we have a monthly balance of 48.76. Can we finally get rid of our Macasses that are eating up some budget? Eh, you know what? It's I'm tired of these things. Get rid of them. We lost some kind of prestige, probably one or two. Whatever. Now, can we rebuild our Congos to make them last a little bit longer now that we have some extra money? So if we replace the machinery and give them oil turbines, which they already have, that gives them an extra 600. So we increase the elevation on the guns. We give them a director. We give them dual purpose. We increase the speed, go up to 28 knots. And that looks like it's probably about it. This is basically the peak of what this battle cruiser is capable of. And I'm okay with that. That 28 speed is respectable. We got the increased elevation. Yeah, this isn't bad. And we have the money to work on these right now. So we'll put a year into these to extend the life of these. Um, oh, we can give it a better fire control as well. Anything else? Nope. See, I'm willing to keep ships. I know people were getting on me about scrapping ships, but I'm willing to keep these around because they're capable of keeping up with the rest of the fleet. Yes. Now these Asama 2s, they are very obsolete. Like there would be nothing really we could do with these. Like for example, replace the machinery, give them oil turbines, but like if we try to take them up to 25 speed, we can't go any higher than 24. So that's why I don't fool around with old ships. And heavy cruisers was next on our set of projects we wanted to work on, but we are currently in a situation where we're building a bunch of submarines and we're refitting some stuff. So what we'll do is we'll just let our budget go back up, let our treasury go back up a little bit. We'll ride out the refits, the rebuilds. We'll ride out the submarines being built, and at the 12-month mark, hopefully next October, we'll be able to start looking at some heavy cruiser designs, some like modernized heavy cruisers. I'd like to build some like Tone type designs where they're like solid heavy cruisers and put some float planes and stuff on them to give them some scouting power. And then those would be, if I could build like a nice little set of those for like a respectable amount of money, just not go overboard with them. Like if we look at, I don't know any other nations that are actually using heavy cruisers right now. They've all swapped over to battle cruisers for the most part. Yeah, everybody's. Oh, hang on. The U.S. is building a heavy cruiser. So what's the weight look like on their heavy cruisers? So it's 12,000 tons. That's about right. If we could build something in the 12,000, 13,000 range for heavy cruisers, so Italy has heavy cruisers going. Yeah, build something with like some 8 or 9 inch guns, preferably 9 inch guns, and like some AA, and just give it like a good speed. We could use those as raiders, and we could use those as the flagships for our little flotillas that we wanted to build. And when I say flotillas, I mean like a squadron essentially down here, like in the South Pacific, and a squadron in the North Pacific, where we'll have like a heavy cruiser and maybe we'll build a new round of light cruisers to go with them. So we could have like a destroyer squadron, like two light cruisers and a heavy cruiser in both the South and North Pacific. And then if we ever start extending our reach into the Indian Ocean, which it doesn't look like we'll be able to because all these colonies are everything over here has been colonized. We can't colonize anything anymore without going to war. But if we ever do go to the Indian Ocean, we could build up another set like that where it's like one heavy cruiser, a couple of light cruisers, some destroyers, etc., etc. Something just to, show the flag, as they say. Anyway, uh, we're a little bit over time, so I really appreciate you if you've hung out, and I'll see you next time. And remember to sail safely out there.